Ready? Okay, here we are again. We're back again here at the Raymond E. Gishard Stadium, where the featured match this evening will be the Vivian Vanderpool Primary Boys coming up against the Valley Primary Boys. And officiating the match this evening, Mr. Albert Burton. We've got Kamal Hardin and name of the other assistant slipping me there at the moment, but they are the ones who will be in charge of this match here this afternoon. We are going to see the Valley. They are kicking from west to east, and the Vivian Vanderpool Primary Boys, they will be kicking from east to west. They are in the white and green and black, where the Valley Primary, they are kicking in the black and gold kit. Yes, they're just about all set, as the referee is just about. Here we go. Here we go. The ball is with the Vivian Vanderpool Primary School, who dribbles past the man, only to be intercepted here by Valley Primary. Here is number 11 in the central area, and there is an infringement here this afternoon. There is an infringement, early infringement against the Valley Primary School. Here you see the ball is with number 8 on the far right hand side, just inside their half. Here, as the kick been taken upfield, passes to the player there as he tries to beat a man. Ball is with number 8, Vivian Vanderpool, coming, pushing for the first shot on goal, intercepted there by number 12 as he squeezed the number 8, as number 8 trying to go further wide, intercepted there by Vivian Vanderpool Primary. Here's number 3 for Valley, boots the ball upfield, and here is number 12. Speeding down the left hand side, only to be met and cut off there by the Vivian Vanderpool Primary, who boots the ball upfield, intercepted there by number 3, and here we see Vivian Vanderpool with it again. Number 3 passes to the number 12 on the far left hand side, who squeezed down the middle, collected there by the striker there, who squeezed it in the middle there of the Vivian Vanderpool defensive third, there to be cut out and cleared there by the Vivian Vanderpool Primary. Here's Vivian Vanderpool Primary coming away with it, but he's been bundled off the ball by number 11 there. Number 11 shielding well and holding nicely, passing back there to number 12. And here we see Valley Primary in control at the center circle. Ball being squared wide, as been missed there just a little bit by the wide player. And here's a shot and goal, but the ball goes into touch for a goal kick to the Vivian Vanderpool Primary School. So goal kick to Vivian Vanderpool Primary. Action has started off real nice here this afternoon, this evening, under the lights here at the Raymond E. Gishard Technical Center. Here we see clearance only as far as the Valley Primary School. Here we see the Valley Primary School dribbling down his right side. And he takes a cross, only to be intercepted there by the Vivian Vanderpool Primary. And here we see again Valley intercepting from that cross, and ball tried to square it wide to the far Valley player on the far right side, but the ball goes into touch for a throw-in. Here we see the throw being taken by Vivian. Here we see taken away there by the Valley Primary School player, squared far left, and there's a shot on goal, but the ball just goes just a begging wide over the outstretched hands of the keeper and into touch for a goal kick. Not missing much action. Here's the ball is being set at the edge of the area. Clearance there, collected there by number 11 for Valley Primary. Tries to pass it to the central player there, but loses out to Vivian Vanderpool. And here is Vivian Vanderpool coming down to the right side. Squeeze in the middle. Here is intercepted there by the Valley Primary. Flag goes up, but to no avail of the referee, and the ball goes into touch for a goal kick to the Valley Primary School. So end-to-end action here started off. So far, both teams seems to be evenly matched. Here you see the clearance out, way upfield, booted upfield. They are collected by the far right player as he dribbles, tries to dribble past the man. He tries some fancy footwork there and beats the man, crosses into a player there, and there's a shot and goal, but only to go wide of that far right upright of the Vivian Vanderpool goalkeeper here this afternoon. So some really good stringing of passes and plays here by the Valley Primary as they just about getting into this stride. Here we see Valley Primary with it this afternoon, coming away with it again. And here we see Valley Primary. There's a shot on goal, but goes wide of the upright, therefore another goal kick to the Vivian Vanderpool. So the Valley Primary, they are not shying away from shooting their shots at all. We've seen some 4 shots on goal already, and we are just 5 minutes into the first half with the match. Here we see Valley Primary coming away with it. Ball being square wide. Here we see the play on goal, and there is a shot at goal, but blocked there by the keeper. Is there an offside infringement? Yes, player seems to be in an offside there. Valley Primary School number 12 there, judged to be offside, and there is a kick, clearance kick there. Only clear as far as the number 12 player. Here we see Valley number 12, play with it. And there's a shot at goal, but only to go wide, far wide of the goalkeepers upright there on the left side. Goal kick to the Vivian Vanderpool Primary. Valley trying to cramp the space and put the pressure on here this evening. And here we see the ball is being cleared out, but only as far as the Valley School Primary player here, who picks up, try to squeeze to the middle, and here you see coming away with it again. There's a shot on goal, and it is a goal to the Valley here this afternoon. 1-0. Ball squared from the right side of the Valley attacking third over to the left side, and that number 12 slotting the ball right past the custodian for the Valley first goal in the 7th minute. So Valley 1, Vivian Vanderpool 0. Here we see Vivian Vanderpool coming away with it again. Screen straight down the left. Intercepted there by the number 11 for Valley as he passes it further left. And here we see number 12 on the far left as he's playing with it, as he's trying to set it up for a cross, but a heavy touch taking it straight to the Vivian Vanderpool defender. Clearance being made, intercepted there by Valley. Ball pushed it wide and goes into touch for a throw-in to the Valley. Throw being taken quickly. Here is the Valley coming away with it again. Coming away with it. Yes, he beats a man. Squeeze it back to his midfield player. He tries to cross, and the ball is intercepted there by Vivian Primary. He's trying to come away with it. Here is he coming down the center circle. He just boots it upfield, only as far as the number 3, who tries to clear, but only to be there is an infringement against the Vivian Vanderpool Primary School, and there is an infringement, a free kick there to Valley Primary, who's just about to be taken by number 11, who squares it down to number 12 on the far left hand side. Here you see number 12 with it, playing with it, crosses it into the striker there for to the Valley, and there is a tame shot at goal. The keeper collects nicely, boots upfield. Here we see on the far right side of the Valley defensive third. Here we see player with it, dribbles around the man, squares upfield, only to be blocked and cleared out by the Vivian Vanderpool Primary. Here we see Vivian with it again, tries to clear into the man. And here we see the Valley clearing away. Then player on the far right, moving down the right side, moving for the right as he takes it in now. And there's a shot and goal, but keeper save, and there is a follow-up, but only to go as far wide of the keeper's left upright. But nicely built up, nicely saved by the keeper. Rebound, and the shot was on goal, but keeper saved nicely. Now here we see Valley after the clearance. Here we see Valley collecting. The ball is being squared back. And there we see a long ball, but only for the ball to beat the number 12 player, and keeper letting the ball run outside into touch for a goal kick for the Vivian Vanderpool Primary School. Yes, lovely football here this evening. 9 minutes and 36 seconds into the first half, with Valley leading by a score of 1-0. There is an infringement against the Valley player. Free kick to the Vivian Vanderpool School right on the edge of the goalkeeping box area, as here we see kick just about to be taken. Ball passed, but directly to the Valley player, intercepted there by the Vivian Vanderpool Primary, only to be cleared. And here you see a nice move there by number 11 for Valley Primary, beats 2 men and taking the ball upfield. Here you see squeeze into the middle, and yes again, and here you see the return one to pass, but offside here. Nice one to build up, but the player number 11 just going a little too far forward ahead, and it's been adjudged offside. Here we see the ball is with the Vivian Vanderpool Primary just outside the goalkeeping area, and the kick to be taken for the Vivian Vanderpool. Here we see he boots it upfield only as far as number 12, and the ball being squared back and booted upfield all the way down to the right hand side. Here we see number 10 dribbles past 2-man, tries to square to his partner, but intercepted there by Vivian Vanderpool Primary. But the player recovering nicely, number 11 recovering nicely and putting the ball into touch for a throw-in to a corner kick to the Vivian Vanderpool Primary. Scores 1-0 in favor of the Valley Primary, scored in the 4th minute. Here we see the corner coming in, intercepted there by Valley Primary. Here we see Vivian trying to have a shot at goal. Ball being played nicely up to the number 5, who's streaming down the middle. No, 1 man to beat, streaming down the middle, 1 man to beat. Here we see beats a man and squares across, but only to be intercepted there by Vivian Vanderpool Primary. Who's coming away with it? Vivian Vanderpool coming away with it, and he tried to dribble to his right side, but intercepted there by number 11 there, number 12 there for Valley Primary School, who squares to the middle to number 10, who beats a man and goes further right and has a shot at goal, and it's a goal. Ball ended up and bulging the whole onion bag here this afternoon. A nicely nifty shifty move there by the number 10, shifting past his player, going further right, and taking the shot back to the far right of the keeper into the back of the net for goal number 2 in the 13th minute. So scores 2-0. Here we see the kick being taken for Vivian Vanderpool, only to be intercepted by number 10, who's dribbling down the left again, dribbling past the man, and he's taking the ball far to the corner flag, and there's a cross, but the keeper almost messes it up a little bit, but recovered nicely and had that collection. Here we see Vivian Vanderpool picking up. Here we see the centre forward coming away with it, but only to be bundled off of the ball. There's a shot and goal, but blocked here and collected here by the keeper. There's a flag that goes up. And what's the call here? Is that handball? Yes, it's a handball. It's a handball just outside the area. It's a handball just outside the area for the Vivian Vanderpool Primary School. The player is lining up behind to take a shot, and here we see the Vivian Vanderpool grabbed him and hits a bomber, a wicked bomber of a shot. They are beating the 4-man wall, beating the custodian of the Valley Primary School, and the ball ricocheting and cannon up the crossbar and into the back of the net for goal number 1 for the Vivian Primary. Now that was a rocket of a shot. I don't think the keeper had a chance. I doubt if he would have seen it coming through. But it took the shot and ball just bombing into the back of the net. Here, so the score is 2-1 in favor of Valley Primary. Here we see Valley Primary picking up from center circle, moving further right. Here we see number 10. I'm going further right as he tries to cross, and the ball goes into touch for a corner kick to the Valley. So it's 2-1 in favor of the Valley. Here we see a corner kick taken quickly, and the ball has been squared over nicely. They are collected there by the Valley player who tries to beat a man, beats a man, and then crosses right to the center circle, and there's a shot on goal, but the ball is rebound off of the post, and it's ricocheted back out to the Valley player there who tries to beat a man on the far right, crosses, but only to be intercepted there by the Vivian Vanderpool Primary. They're trying to come away with it, but only as far as the Valley Primary who intercepts. Here is number 12 now, and he's playing with the ball, pushes it down to the man, and receiving that 1-2. But for some reason they weren't on the same page of all, because he seems to be trying to look for that return pass, but the player just stood in his ground, and the ball goes into touch for a goal kick to Vivian Vanderpool. So it's Vivian Vanderpool 1, Valley Primary 2. And here we see clearance straight to the Valley Primary player who's been bundled off the ball there by Vivian, but recovered, and here's a shot on goal, but just goes wide of the right upright of the custodian there for the Vivian Vanderpool Primary. So it's great action here between these two teams here this afternoon, with the Valley leading 2-1. There you see the kick being taken again, and taken directly to the Valley player who had a shot at goal, but the keeper was right in position, collected nicely, and is cleared. Here is clears out. Back to the Valley player again, who comes across here as the defender intercept there for Vivian Vanderpool Primary. He's trying to move further right, but is crowded by 2 men. With the ball is been taken away. And here we see Valley Primary. Here we see Vivian putting the pressure on, and collected nicely there by the number 3 central defender there. Passes to number 12, who's moving further down left, and has a cross there to the player on the far right side there, and he is adjudged to be in an offside position. So there's a kick there to the Vivian Vanderpool Primary. Some 3 minutes more to go in this half, with the Valley Primary leading 2-0 in this feature encounter here this evening. Here we see the free kick being taken, and it's booted upfield only as far as the Valley player who's been stripped there by the Vivian Vanderpool, collected there, passes there, here intercepted there by Vivian Vanderpool as he moved down to his left side, passes further left, and here we see Vivian Vanderpool trying to come away with it, but bundled off there by number 11, and as he tries to passes the ball further right, the ball going into touch for a throw-in to the Vivian Vanderpool Primary. Is it? I think the ball, the referee adjudged for an infringement. So it's a free kick. You see a free kick there for to the Valley Primary School on their far right side. You see the cross being taken, and the keeper making a mess of it, and there's a flag that's gone up, and the ball goes into touch for a corner kick. Yeah, so the keeper seems to have gotten a fingertip on that one, and the ball ricocheting into touch for a corner kick. Here we see the corner kick being taken, but only as far as the defender there for the Vivian Vanderpool Primary, who was under some pressure and could only manage to clear for another corner kick. Here we see a corner taken quickly, ball squared to the center of the Valley Primary School. The Valley Primary still with it, trying to shoot a shot, only to be blocked there by the Vivian Vanderpool defender as he clears the ball upfield. And here we see the Vivian defender player coming away with it, but just a little too slow there, and the defender recovering nicely. Number 3 running back and covering nicely there and clearing that ball into touch for a corner kick, but chance goes a begging there to the Vivian Vanderpool to equalize because of the slowness of the player in the movement. Great coverage there from number 3. Here you see the corner kick being taken quickly. The ball has been cleared, and there is a flag. Appears as though it's a handball on behalf of the Valley player there, and the ball is being cleared, set up there for an infringement foul, handball that is, just outside, the far defensive third of the Valley Primary School. Here we see the play again, and you see blaze it into the front, the defensive third of the Valley Primary School, intercepted there and move further to left. Number 12 with it, dribbles past a man, squeeze to the far right hand corner, collected here by the number 10, who dribbles the man and squeeze, only to be blocked there by the Vivian Vanderpool player. And here we see a shot and goal. And it's collected there by the keeper nicely there after that rasping shot, low shot to his left, and he collecting nicely. Here you see the ball being cleared out, collected there by number 3. Pass further to the left, number 12, going further left, squeeze in the middle, and here we see it, clearance being taken there by Vivian Vanderpool Primary, intercepted there by Valley Primary. A ball is being played further wide, intercepted there by Vivian Vanderpool as he boots it up to the center circle, collected there by the central player there for the Valley Primary, who squeezed the pass and found his wide midfield player who's playing on the left side being caught in an offside position. So you see the kick being taken now by the goalkeeper, and he clears out only as far as the player for the Valley Primary, who pushes it further right. The right midfielder dribbles past the man on the left side and has taken a shot at an acute angle on goal and has scored a goal here. Goal number 3 for Valley Primary. A pretty soft one, so to speak, because he had dribbled it wide, taken it wide to the byline, just cuts in at an acute angle and shoots it from very square at the far right side of the keeper and into the back of the net for goal number 3. So Valley 1, Vivian Vanderpool 1. Here we see again 2 players waiting for a ball. Let's see, Vivian picks it up and cleared out by Valley, only to as far as the number 8, who takes a shot and goal. Ball is being black, and here we see Vivian trying to come away with it. trying to get a shot at out. The ball is being cleared wide in the center circle to the number 12, who's going down the middle, tries to square to his far left for the player. Ball being knocked down the far right side of the Valley, attacking third, and here we see a shot on goal, but the keeper collects nicely. So we're just about nearing at any point now half time. 23 minutes, 24 minutes gone. Scores in the match 3-1. Here we see Valley with it again in the attacking third. Valley with it, and there's a shot and goal, and it's a goal again for the Valley. 4-1, that is. A play coming from the far left, squared back to the far right, and the Valley striker there taking a shot at goal and putting it past the custodian there for the Vivian van der Poel for a score of 4-1. Here we see the pass being taken from the center circle, intercepted there by the Valley, cleared up there by the Vivian van der Poel. And here we see the player going all the way and shooting again, and it's another goal. These goals are coming fast and furious. In less than a minute, the ball is back in the old onion bag again for goal number 5. 5-1 in favor of the Valley. Here we see the kick being taken from center circle. Ball squared to the right. Here we see the player trying to come away with it, but only loses out to the number 3, who boots the ball upfield to number 12, but boots it into touch for a throw-in to the Vivian van der Poel Primary School. Yes, wonderful action here this afternoon with lots of goals, this evening that is, with lots of goals as well. Here we see it should have been a throw. No, it should have been a throw to the Vivian van der Poel Primary School, because the ball went out earlier. I don't think the linesman is really seeing here. The ball went out early on, and that throw should have gone to the Vivian van der Poel, because the number 3 was trying to pass to his number 12, and in doing so, that ball went outside, and it seems as though they awarded the throw to the Valley Primary. So the throw being taken. Here we see number 12 coming away with it. Dribbles further down left, beats a man, squares to the middle, and the player there tries to tap it into the back of the net, but missed, and then just hitting it wide of the right upright there of the custodians. Ball goes into touch, goal kick, for which the goalkeeper is just about to be taken out, and here he takes the goal kick, but only to go as far as the player there for the Valley Primary. And is that an infringement there? Yes, seems to be an infringement there against the Valley Primary School player. The referee judged an infringement just on the top of the goalkeeping area there, and here we see the kick being taken. Boots upfield, intercepted there by the Valley Primary defender. As he looks up, number 11 beats a man, comes to the middle, passes to his player down the middle. He beats a man and is going further to the right, beats a man again. He tries to beat 2, but loses it. Ball goes straight to the keeper, and here we see shot being booted out. Valley number 10 picking up and having a blast at goal, but only to go far and way wide of the goal for a goal kick to the Vivian van der Poel Primary. Scores in the match 5-1 in favor of the Valley. Here we see the clearance by Vivian van der Poel, only as far as the center circle to the Valley, who collects and passes wide, further wide, going for it. Here is the player beating the man and the shooting, and shooting, and keeper collecting nicely there. So let's see, a player down here this afternoon. Okay, he's up now. Okay. And not missing any play as the ball was put into touch for a goal kick there to the Vivian Vanderpool Primary, who's trailing 4 goals behind the score of 5 goals to 1. Here is the Valley again, dribbling through the center circle, but only to have seen his shot be cleared wide and blocked for a corner kick on the far right side, which is the left side of the Vivian Vanderpool Primary School. So, corner kick, the far, you see the corner kick coming in, and there's clearance only as far as the defender there for the Valley Primary School, and the ball being put into touch for a throw-in. The ball being put into touch for a throw-in there to the Valley Primary. As they throw in, the throw is being taken quickly down the far right. Dribbles as he dribbles past the man. He's trying to crosses the ball. And the ball goes central. And there is a shot and goal, but just over the bar there. Nice shot there in goal. A shot going over the bar there for a goal kick. 30 minutes and 27 seconds into the first half. Certainly sure that we're just about to be hearing the referee's whistle at this moment. Ball being cleared upfield, intercepted there by the Vivian Vanderpool Primary, only to be taken away by the Valley Primary, and number 3 clears it upfield, booted back downfield by the Vivian Vanderpool as far as the number 11, who collects and pushes further wide as the ball is being further wide with the striker there, who tried to dribble past the man in some tussle there, and coming away with it, and he squeezed to the center. Yes, and there goes the final whistle of the first half here at the Raymond E. Gishard Stadium, where the Valley Primary is leading by 5 goals to 1 against the Vivian Vanderpool School this afternoon. Stay tuned for the second half in just a little bit when we'll join you with more. Welcome back to the Raymond E. Gishard Stadium here with the primary school football competition 2019 edition, NCBA sponsor. And this evening we've got the Valley Primary coming up against the Vivian Vanterpool Primary. At halftime, the scores: Valley Primary School 5, Vivian Vanterpool 1. And we're looking for another exciting second half here this afternoon with more goals, more excitement, more steady play. And man, if you're not here, you're certainly missing some really good football being played here by these youngsters this afternoon. So we see here we go, and kick has been taken. Here we see Valley controlling on their far left hand side, intercepted there by the Vivian Vanterpool Primary, collected there by again by number 12, squared further right, and there's a cross, but only just goes over the crossbar for a goal kick to the Vivian Vanterpool Primary. So number 10 there, moving down to the left side, the right side of his attacking third, and trying to cross, but only to see the ball going over the crossbar. Here we see number 8 boots the ball upfield straight to his striker there, number 13, only to be intercepted there by the Valley. Here we see Valley coming away with it, down the middle, squeeze to the right. And there is a shot, but that's an infringement there. The number 11 player there trying to get a shot on a goal. I think that should have been an infringement, but a linesman had signaled for a goal kick to the Vivian Vanterpool. Number 8 again clears upfield only as far as the Valley School Primary School player, who squeezed in the middle. And here we see the number 8 with just the keeper to beat, but pushes it wide of the goalkeeper's left upright and into touch for yet another goal kick. Some a minute and 45 minutes into the first half, and here we see clearance again there by the Vivian Vanterpool only as far as the Valley School Primary player. And here we see Valley coming away with it. Dribbles past the man, dribble past two, and there's a shot at goal, but it's blocked, and the ball goes into touch for a corner kick there for the Valley Primary School. Yes, action from end-to-end action here at the Raymond E. Gishard Stadium with the primary school football here. Valley up against Vivian Primary. Here you see the corner kick being taken nicely, but too far wide. Here you see the player doing nicely, running all the way and collecting that ball from going outside and having a cross, only to be blocked there by the Vivian Vanterpool defenders. Here we see Troke taking in quickly to number 2, who tries a fancy move there, number 8, sorry. And here we see again Valley Primary coming up with it. Oh yes, and here we see Vivian coming away. Number 13 stops the ball, try to regroup, and passes to his man, and they go further right. The ball collected there by Valley. Valley passes it back to the central defender, who tries to pass it further right, only to be to number 10, who collects, and there's a goal! Nicely built up there, play with the central defender trying to pass long, but miscued. Ball ended up to number 11, who dribbled past the man, squaring it in, and the ball went directly to the center of the goal, where his forward was right in position to just slot past the custodian there of the Vivian Vanterpool. So the 6th goal in the 34th minute here of this encounter here. Here we see again Valley Primary on the attack. Vivian clearing out, collecting at center circle. He bundled out the ball there. Here we see Valley coming away with it again. Valley's coming away with it. Coming away with it nicely. Dribbles past the man. Yes, squares to the center circle. Intercepted there by number 5 for Vivian Primary, who clears out. Collects there by the central defender for Valley Primary, who holds, looks up, and yes, he is chipping directly to center circle to number 5, who picks, who collects, dribbles past one, tries to dribble past center, collects the ball, and here's the keeper running out and taking the ball right off of number 5 boots here for Valley, and he boots out only to the center circle as far as Valley Primary, who dribbles past one, who's coming through. Yes, he's here, he is again. He pushes farther wide and pushes to the number 10 player, who wasn't aware that he was in an offside position and has been adjudged offside. Yes, so we see substitute being made here this afternoon, where the Vivian Vanderpool are feeling the brunt of it, under some heavy pressure here this afternoon, losing this game by some 5 goals, scores 6 goals to 1 in favor of the Valley. Here we see Valley coming away with it. There is a shot and goal, but a nice save there by the keeper there. Nice little save there by the keeper, and here we see Valley coming away with it again. Valley with it again. Valley with it again. Challenged here by the Vivian Vanderpool defender. Here we see Valley. Here we see Valley. Valley still with it. On the far corner flag. As he dribbles a man. Tries to dribble him again. But the ball ricochet. And there is a shot. As the ball was passing straight to the center of the attacking third. And shot taken, but just goes wide of the keeper's upright on the right side, for a goal kick to Vivian Vanderpool Primary. 6 minutes and 19 seconds into the second half. Here we see the clearance up to the yes, I'm just getting a little blockage here. Yeah, thank you. Here we see number 10 with it now. Number 10 with it. As the cross is being taken and the ball is cleared and ended up right into touch here. It's a cross, but the linesman is signaling corner kick. Yes, is the lineman signaling corner kick? Lineman was signaling corner kick, but overruled by the referee there, Mr. Burton, and so there's a goal kick to be taken by the goalkeeper, who kicks it straight to a player of the Valley Primary, and here we see Valley dribbling coming through, but only to be stopped. The ball booted upfield here in the center circle, couldn't collect there by Vivian Vanderpool Primary. Here we see the defender coming away with it, passes it down right, and here we see Valley dribbling away, and there's a shot, and it's a goal! Goal number 7 for the Valley, dribbling down the right side, the left side of his attacking third, and putting a bomber of a shot to the keeper's left and into the back of the net for goal number 7. So goal number 7 in the 8th minute. Here we certainly looks as if we're going to have a goal spree here tonight. 7 goals so far already, and we are some distance away before the second half comes to a close. Here we see Vivian Vanderpool Primary collects, loses out to Valley Primary again. He's dribbled past a man. Yes, here he is. Dribble past, tried to dribble past a man. Intercepted there by the defender. And the ball is crossed and goes into touch for a goal kick for the Vivian Vanderpool Primary School. So they are under a bit of pressure here this afternoon in the second half. They have not gotten too far out of their defensive third. Here we see the corner kick being taken again, but taken directly to the Valley Vanderpool player, who passes wide, and as number 10 has been adjudged and flagged for offside. Here we see number 8 with the clearance now, and here we see number 8 with the clearance. Yes, ball being booted upfield, collected there by the Valley defender, intercepted there by Vivian Vanderpool, intercepted there again by Valley Primary, squeezed further right, and he tries to cross, only to be blocked there by the Vivian Vanderpool defender, who sees with number 4 trying to get it upfield, but only as far as the Valley player there, who actually dribbled and sprayed the pass into the middle, but the keeper came out and had a wonderful save there. Here we see Valley with it. Here we see Vivian Vanderpool coming away. Here we see Valley with it. Valley with it. Dribbles past the man. Oh yes. And it's a goal! Goal! Goal number 8 here this afternoon. Here we see the Valley player putting on a show, dribbling through and knife edging the defenders here for the Vivian Vanderpool Primary, and just coolly slatted through the legs of the keeper for goal number 8. 10 minutes and 33 seconds into the second half. Here we see Vivian Vanderpool with it as they passes it, and there's it tries to go down to for a counter attack. Intercepted there by Valley Primary. Coming down to the left. Ball pass to number 11, who loses out to number 5. Collected again by Valley. Collected again by Valley, who squares to the left. And it's a goal! Goal! Goal number 9 here this afternoon. And it seems as though it's going to be raining goal until the final whistle blow. Goal number 9 here this afternoon for Valley. Just turning it up here and carving some holes to the defense of the Vivian Vanderpool. Here we see the ball being passed at center circle, intercepted there by Valley Primary, only to go as far as number 5. Clearance there for Vivian Vanderpool. Here is Valley coming through with it again. Valley coming through with it, coming through Valley, dribbles Peter Man, yes, and passes, but I think that he's in an offside position. Number 10 again, yes, the Valley spectators, they are jumping, but number 10 is found to be in an offside position, so the goal will not count. Here we see number 8 for Vivian Vanderpool. Number 8 for Vivian Vanderpool now, as he's setting to take that kick, that offside kick, and as see some substitute being made here, as Valley is certainly ringing in the substitute there this evening. Here we see the kick being taken, taking the missed kick there by the player there from the Vivian Vanderpool Primary. So intercepted there by Vivian, taken away from Valley. Here we see the player trying to move past the central defender for the Valley Primary School, bundled up, and is that a foul? Yes, an infringement. Yes, the referee has blown for an infringement against the player, the Valley player. Yes, so here you see number 3 with a kick, number 2 that is, as he boots the ball upfield, intercepted there by the Valley Primary. Clearance only to be as far as the Vivian, who loses out to Valley Primary as the player is coming through nicely. And yes, he's certainly in an offside position, as he was when the player was dribbling through with the ball. Collected it. What he thought he should have done is just let the number 11 continue on his journey, and I thought he probably would have had a chance for another shot on goal as well. So we see number 8 for the Valley, Vivian, and number 9 boots the ball upfield, collected there by Vivian, central defender, squares it through to the center, and here we see Valley Primary coming forward again, coming forward again as the cross being taken, and it's another goal. It's another goal, number 10. Goal number 10 this afternoon. Pretty soft one. The keeper has been making some splendid saves throughout this afternoon, but for some reason that one just slipped past him. Seems to be getting a little bit demoralized here with the amount of goal that the team is racking up. Here we see the Valley coming away with it after the pass from center circle. Here we see Valley, yes, beats the man nicely. Coming across again, and it beats the man nicely. And it's a goal! Goal again. It seems as though that the Vivian Vanterpool has threw in the towel here this afternoon. That's goal number 11 here on this in this evening encounter here with the Vivian Vanterpool. Some 11 goals. Well, there are 10 goals to the deficit because they have gotten one. So there are 10 goals to the deficit already. Scores 11 goals to 1. Vivian Vanterpool here under the gun here with the Valley just turning on the styles here. Here we see Valley with it again. And there's a whistle. Yeah, there's a whistle. I'm seeing a flag. Seeing a flag there. Flag for an infringement here this afternoon. It's the Valley 11, Vivian Vanterpool 1. 16 minutes into the second half. So we've got just another 14 minutes to go. And man, it's going to be interesting to see what the score will be here this afternoon. You see that free kick being taken good upfield all as far as the Valley, going as far as the Valley custodian. Here we see, here the Valley coming through again. I know, I think he's just trying, just a weak shot straight into the arms of the keeper. Had so much time to slot it either left or right, but just slot it to the keeper. Here we see Valley collecting again in the defensive turn. Here coming down the center circle. Here coming through. Coming all the way through. And it's a block there. Good save there by the keeper. And it seems to be an infringement there. Yes. This infringement right in the center circle here this afternoon. Here we see the number 3 just about to. This is number 3. Number 9. Valley is ringing in the substitutes now, ringing in the changes. Here we see the kick being taken by number 3. Only as far as the Valley defender. Here we see again, coming on to the left. Here we see again, and there's a flag that goes up for offside. Flag goes up for offside here in the defensive third of the Vivian Vanterpool Primary School, who are behind by some 10 goals, score 11 goals to 1 here this afternoon. And Valley really turning up the styles here. It's going to be interesting to see what the final score will be. Here we see Valley coming away with it again after the free kick. Here we see Valley coming away with it again. And it's a shot at goal, and it's a goal! Goal! 18 minutes and 33 seconds into the second half. And it's goal number 12 this afternoon. Ah man, the Valley is really turning on the styles here this afternoon in this nightcap here. The Vivian Vanterpool seems to be very much dejected, demoralized here with the scoreline. and pretty much just basically going through the motion, waiting for the final whistle to go. Here we see the pass from the center to Vivian Vanderpool trying to come away with it. Here we see Vivian Vanderpool dribbling away with it, only to be intercepted by the Valley Primary School. Here we see Valley coming away with it, beats a man there, straight to the center circle, and here we see Valley coming away with it again. Beats a man, but intercepted there by the defender there, and good cover there from the Vivian Vanderpool Primary. Here we see number 4 challenging number 6. Yes, number 6 beats number 4. And here we see number 4 collects and clears off of number, what was that, number for the Valley there, the player for the Valley there, just getting clearance off of him into touch for a throw-in. Here we see the Vivian Vanderpool Primary trying to scoop the ball straight to the Valley player, but number 11 that is for Valley could not control, and the ball rolls into touch for a goal kick. Some 20 minutes and 24 seconds into the second half, score 12 goals to 1 in favor of Valley Primary School. Vivian Vanderpool under some serious pressure here. Some serious pressure. Here we see the goalkeeper as some more substitutions have been made. Here we see the keeper taking a clearance, intercepted there by Valley, intercepted there by Vivian. Here Valley coming away with it again. Valley's coming away with it. Valley's coming away with it. And there is a shot and goal, but hits the upright and ricochet to the Vivian Vanderpool player, who clears it further wide, only to be intercepted by the Valley Primary. And here you see clearance again by the Vivian Vanderpool Primary School. Central defender hits it further left for the Valley Primary, who squares wide. And here's 2 players coming on it. And here's a shot and goal, saved there by the keeper, cleared there by Vivian Primary, cleared again by Vivian Primary, only as far as the Valley player there. And here we see number 4 trying to clear, only as far as the Valley Primary, who squares to his left, trying to dribble past a man, but number 5 there loses out, and the ball been cleared further to the right side of the defensive third of Vivian Vanderpool Primary. Here we see Valley coming away with it again. Vivian Vanderpool clears out to the central defender, to the back there of the Valley Primary School, who squares to his right, ball back to the center circle, and here we see cleared there by the Vivian Primary, collected there by the Valley, and here we see a big clearance there by Vivian again, and here we see Valley seems to have taken out the better part of the players. Here we see Vivian coming away, Vivian coming away, tries to beat a man in center circle. It's been crowded by 2 men. Here we see central defender picks up and squares to the center, only as far as the Vivian player. Collected again by Valley. Here we see Valley again. And there's an infringement. There's an infringement here. Yes, the referee is spotting the ball. Some 7 minutes to go into this final and second half here this afternoon. Yes. You see the kick being taken, and here is Valley coming away with it. Valley coming away with the big ball in Valley forward, coming away with it. Here you see it coming away. There's a shot and goal, but the keeper have it covered nicely, saved well, and it's covered nicely there by the keeper, who boots it out forward of the center circle. And here we see a challenge here, only to be pushed forward by the Valley Vivian player, who's been chased down there and collected by the Vivian player again, who has a top poke at goal, but only as far as the custodian, who throws it out to the Valley player. Here's the Valley player coming forward, loses it out to the number 5 there for Vivian, who tries to boot the ball upfield, but just miss kicking a little bit, and the ball goes into touch for a throw into the Valley. Here you see Valley with the throw. Ollie player tries to beat a man, blocked there. Here still in a bundle as he tries to pass it down the right flank, and here we see number 5 with it now. Cleared back. Is that an infringement? Yes. There's an infringement there. And number 5 for Vivian, just about to take that free kick. So number 13 wandering to the sideline, and has been substituted. There are 2 players going out, and for substitution, here's a kick being cleared to the far right, and the ball is with the Valley. Ball is with the Valley. Here's the Valley coming down. Dribbles past a man, but a heavy touch, and they have a ricochet, and here's a shot on goal. But here comes the defender, number 15, coming back and defending nicely to have the ball going into touch for a corner kick after the player for the Valley was coming through unchallenged and marked. Number 15 running across from the right of his defensive third and making that block for a corner. About 4 minutes to go here in this afternoon. Corner kick be taken quickly, and you see, is that a throw in? Yes, ball goes into touch for a throw. Is it a throw, or referee blow for an infringement? It's probably a handball or something like that. The handball. So we see here number 8 clears upfield. Only, yes, collected the center circle by the Vivian Vanderpool player, who loses out to the big bally Valley School player there, who squeezed wide. Yes, and here we see loses out there, ricochet again, and it's a goal. Number 4 persistence has seen him put in the ball in the old onion bag for goal number 13 here this afternoon. They had lost it for the first moments, but then kept the pressure on and was able to gain the possession back, and just poked it through the keeper's leg for goal number 13 here this afternoon. So the score is 13-1. Here we see ball, center circle again, intercepted by Valley. Valley, number 4 for Valley, and his right side of the attacking third. Here we see, try to square pass. Here we see a shot, and here we see number 8 for the Vivian Vanderpool Primary, being challenged here by Valley Primary School, who intercepted and won back that ball, coming through to the middle now, straight, only to be cleared by number 8 for number 9 for Vivian Vanderpool. Here we see them trying to square the ball back to the Valley area, and here we see there's a clearance, and here we see there is a clearance here this afternoon, and there we see Valley coming away with it, and in their defensive third, yes, and there we see the number 4 collecting for Valley on the far right side in their defensive half. Here we see number 4 coming with it. Number 4 pushing further. Back heels it back to his player, who only clears as far as the defender there for Vivian Vanderpool. Here we see number 4 again. Number 4 coming up. Passes it back as he tries to square back into the middle. And we see the keeper coming out and collecting nicely for that ricochet in his back. So here we see Vivian Vanderpool clearing upfield, center circle, and the ball has been intercepted there by the Valley defender, Here we see number 4 again, coming down the right side. Number 4 coming down the right side. Coming down the right side, looking up. Beats a man. And yes, here we see intercepted there by number 8 for valid Vivian Primary. Here we see the ball being taken off the feet of the player, the striker. They are alone with the keeper. Well, the keeper doing some really good work there and grabbing that one off of the boot of the striker there for the Valley Primary School. Here we see Vivian trying to clear, bouncing ball just on the edge of the center circle. Here we see Valley collecting and trying to pass wide. Intercepted there by number 8. Number 8 taking the ball up upfield. Intercepted there by Valley Primary. And the clearance there again by the number 6 there for the Vivian Vanderpool Primary. Only as far as the defender there for Valley Primary. Ball booted upfield. And oh wait, the keeper collected the ball outside the box. Yes. It's a free kick there because the keeper ran out the box and collected the ball, and so that will be an indirect free kick for the Vivian Vanderpool Primary. We know what happened the last time they got a free kick outside the box. It was a rocket in the back of the Valley School Primary net. Are we going to see a repeat of that shot here this afternoon? There's a wall. Yes, there's a 2-man wall. Is it another 4-man wall again? Yes, it's a 4-man wall. And it's another bomber rocket of a shot. But the ball ricocheting off of the keeper's grasp. Is it out of the keeper's grasp for a corner kick? Yes, another powerful shot there on goal. And the keeper getting his hands up and getting another splendid save there to deny the Vivian Primary their second goal. Winding down, the game is winding down here this afternoon. 31 minutes 90 seconds. Here we see Vivian Vanderpool with it. There is a shot on goal and blocked again for another corner kick to the Vivian Vanderpool Primary. So just a little bit of pressure in the dying stage of this encounter here. But remember, the score is still 13 goals to 1 in favor of the Valley Primary. 13 goals to 1 in favor of Valley. Here we see the corner kick taken nicely, right on the edge of the box there of the Valley Primary. You see Valley defending stoutly and coming away with it. Valley coming away with it. Tries to chip the ball far forward for the armpit. And here we see the referee has looked at his watch. The referee has looked at his watch. And it's a goal at the dying stages. The referee looked at the watch, but the player continued running through, and the ball just, I'm not certain sure if he actually shot it at goal, but the ball just trickled and rolled to the keeper's left and into the back of the net for goal number 14 this afternoon. So it's 14-1, and here we see the kick's being taken. I think any moment now we'll hear the final whistle. And there is it. There is the final whistle in the second half. Yes, the second half, some 9 goal scoring in the second half here this afternoon. Is it 9? No, actually 10 goal scoring in the second half with a score of 14 goals to 1 in favor of the Valley Primary School, winning handsomely here this evening, beating the Vivian Vanderpool Primary School, who only had gotten a chance to have 1 goal. Certainly sure that they need to get back to the drawing board, and we're certainly sure that you can join us again for live coverage here when we continue here tomorrow with more games. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to joining you again when we bring you another live performance of football here at the Raymond's Igisha Technical Center. Thank you.